Hi everyone, welcome back to my chess journey to 1800 ELO. This is day 13. We got a win today, and that brought us to, I think, 1709, so we just broke 1700 again. And I'm on an 8-win streak, so apparently this is the longest win streak I've ever had in my rapid games. Kind of exciting. I'll see how long I can make it last. Thanks again to any viewers who might be following this, subscribers. And just a reminder that if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll be releasing videos every single day, whether it's horror gaming, chess, MMO, other stuff, lots of stuff. And I also stream like every single day, so check out my Twitch and Kick channels, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. I will actually do 15 minutes on second increment. Let's get a little bit of that here. We'll get a Carl Khan, and we're going to play a Carl Khan no matter what. Against the English. Well, according to the chess pros, Carl Khan, you know, the speed run that Eric's doing is Carl c6 against everything. I really don't feel like playing in English, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, so we just transposed. With Slav. Here, I think bishop f5 is better to get out of the pawn chain. Queen's defending the pawn. Just one thing is queen a5 check. In that case, we block with the knight. He can't yet pull out that other bishop, so that should be all right. Back to how it was. There. Okay. All right. Knight f3. We looked at this. This is looking pretty similar. If we go e6, he cannot go knight h4 because hang the knight. This is clearly the move here. You can still go with queen a5 check, but it doesn't do much of anything. So we can just block with the knight. I'm not going to take a million years on that move. Probably knight f6 next. Just develop the knight before the bishop. And we'll see where we want the bishop. Probably... Oh, you know what? Yeah. I was afraid of that. But I still think that e6 is the best move. So now, just gotta look at bishop d6, knight e5. I've seen this a million times. It's kind of annoying when the enemy bishop and the bonus bishop gets there first on that diagonal. I can also go knight f6. He has knight h4. We have a couple moves here. Bishop t6. If we wanted an early h6 just to give the bishop some space so that I can play knight f6 without worrying about my bishop. Queen d6. Can't go rook b1. Can't go queen c2. I'll probably go queen b3. And then in that scenario I'm not as happy though, because then the bishop owns this diagonal. And my dark squared bishop, like, he can come and pin the knight, I suppose. But that's about it. So let's see here. Queen b3, sorry, queen b6, queen b3, takes, you know, for an immediate bishop b4 and the knight to get our knight out and take advantage of that pin, but I'm not so thrilled on that. And if we go immediate bishop b4, that doesn't, you know, that doesn't do anything good. Drop back, then he gets b4 in. Not thrilled on that. I think we could also go knight c6 first, or just knight f6. But then what do we do to knight h4? There you go. There's a lot of options here, some of which better than others, I'm sure. I think that I want to avoid this whole situation. I'm not thrilled on having that pressure on me. So, if not bishop d6, could go to knight c6. If something like e3, play a6, stopping this pin. We're still keeping this diagonal open, so he has nothing against our bishop. It's a little bit, you know, it'll take me a little bit longer to get castled, but he also isn't that close to being castled, so I think I'm actually going to go for knight c6 first for that reason. I'll decide what to... hold on. Knight c6, he has knight b5. I know that we can go rook c8. And... see, like rook c1. Do we want to walk into that too? I don't know, out of all the candidate moves, that one seems, at the moment, the best to me. I could be wrong, but this is pretty typical right here. Defend with a rook if he were to... Alright, so now 6 is pretty obvious to me. Just stop any threats of now he no longer has knight b5. He has no bishop b5 pin. If we go a6, he can go... do a couple moves. Bishop d3. Which is no big deal, I think. Or bishop e2, but probably bishop d3. So let's see. I usually just drop back to g6 or g3, and the position is white. I think stakes. we no longer have to worry about the bishop being attacked by the knight. We'll have traded the bishops off, so I think that a6 is the move here. This still doesn't do anything. This bishop isn't going anywhere for the moment. You can go rook c1. In that case, I'll see when I get there, but this looks okay. I'm way down on time. Either this guy knows the opening very, very well, or he's just playing really quickly. But you know what? That's fine. I'm happier with myself if I'm just taking the time to calculate. Even if I lose, it's fine. I'm just really, I need to improve, you know. Does this do anything? Knight b4, knight b4. Probably not. I'll just drop the queen back. I could go, I don't know, something wacky like knight b4 now. Takes. Yeah, I'm not so happy. No, I don't want that. Leaving this pawn alone. So, we have a couple of moves. Like we said, we can drop the bishop back. Eventually, queen b6. But that does block us from playing b4, which we might want to do eventually. Still have the option of going bishop d6. And after something like this, knight d5, knight e5, we can... Can't do that though, because I would drop a pawn. I really don't like this. This bishop on the dark square diagonal is going to get pretty annoying here, so... However, I really want to get this knight out. I don't think he would castle there. Let's just drop the bishop back. If knight h4, we'll trade the bishops. No, knight h4 doesn't work. What am I talking about? Just generally don't want to lose this bishop, trade this bishop for a knight. But now I would love for him to take that bishop if he wants to. I'm actually going to play knight f6, I think. Now I need to start looking at getting castled, because if I play knight f6, I can also think about knight h5, winning the bishop. That very annoying bishop. We're going to go ahead and play that. Just taking a look at his other moves. If he goes knight e5, I'll just take that. So yeah, I mean, what's nice about playing this Caro-Kann is that it's like such a similar structure to the London system structure. So in a way, I'm playing, you know, the London system is white and black, and I should be, if I study and take the time and practice, I should be pretty good at it. Okay, so now now I could go for an immediate knight h5. That wins the bishop. That does win the bishop, and I'm pretty happy about that, because I do need to get the dark square bishop out and get castled soon here. I don't want to go like bishop e7, it's just a pretty passive move. So I think I'm going to go knight h5. Let's just see if I'm missing anything. Knight h5, what does he have? Can't move the knight or anything. Yes, his rook is on that semi-open file, but my knight is good for the moment. If knight h5, knight e5. I could always just do take. Oh, hold on, because I can take back with a bishop. Knight h5, knight e5. Takes. Takes. Well, we could go rook c8 first. We're gonna go ahead and go for it. We're a little bit lower on time, which just goes to show I should be playing longer time controls. I'm thinking slow here, I know, but by the way, this is Aman Talek from China, Kazakhstan. The only thing I probably saw China. I'm expecting. So, if we trade off the dark squared bishops, that would be okay. It would be more than okay with me. But, hold on a second, because I can also just go f6. Yes, you can take my bishop, that's okay, but if I go f6, well, no, I'll just drop back. I think that's okay, so bishop e7, takes. We don't have a million options here, so Kazakhstan. I'm gonna go with queen takes. I do really need to get castled here. Look at getting in those better positions. Unfortunately, that knight move, left my knight kind of offside, and I didn't even end up winning the bishop. Really need to get castled, otherwise. So I might have to let him play. Probably looking at knight b6, which is, granted, a little bit annoying. We're just gonna have to allow it. Then maybe we can bring this knight back and kind of contest it later on. In the meantime, we'll get the rook out of the way. Probably just rook b8. Is he hitting anything other than that? It's annoying for sure, but this knight isn't really going anywhere at the moment. Right, so now do I want to take with the f-pawn, open up my rook? I don't know, because if I take with the f-pawn, e6 becomes kind of weak. I'll take with the h-pawn. Knight b6 or knight c5. Knight c5. All right. So I have to step it up here, my speed, and I'll just turn into a blitz game soon here. A blunder though? Or not a blunder, but a mistake, because I can just kick the knight out. And where is he going? I can't go here. And maybe challenge. I mean, this knight's fine. He has no discovered attacks. I think that it was maybe a mistake and that knight b6 is better, because then I can't do anything. Like, I can't, you know, I couldn't have pushed him, kicked him out of there. Couldn't have pushed the pawn. And we are at 1 minute 15 seconds to 13 minutes and 43 seconds. Alright, let's contest the C file. Or something like here. Rather than that kind of traps my own knight. I'll have to grab that, and I'll have a knight on e5. I'll think about what I want to do afterwards. I need to get my knight back over to e4. We can double up rooks, that'd be ideal. These pawns are a little bit... they could be targets, yeah. And if here, there... Am I missing something here? So we're actually going to go queen d3 just to overprotect that pawn. If takes. Yeah, no, that should be okay. Should be okay. Now I'm looking to get knight back. Maybe king h7 at some point. Maybe not, because he has a knight check, but... feeling a little bit iffy about this move. I don't know why. It'd be a mistake. I'm just really trying to keep an eye on this pawn. I don't feel like losing those pawns, because if I lose one of those, I mean, I think it's pretty much game over. I'm low on time. He's got a lot of time. I need to play this pretty precisely, so... I do see that the queen and rooks at the moment are at forkable squares, but we're a long ways away from doing something about that. He might be doubling up, in which case... This might be a mistake here. The queen is defending the a6 pawn. This is rough. This is definitely rough. Okay, so now maybe... Yes. Where's he looking at going, huh? Queen f3. That's okay though, it's defended. These light squares are defended. This knight out of here. If he takes, that's fine. We'll have the open c file. Okay, where's his knight going now? So his knight, I'm protecting the only squares his knight can jump to. The only good squares. Wait a second. It's blundering a pawn. Has to be this. Hitting his knight so he can't take on a6. If he moves the queen, I might be able to start infiltrating, which would be nice. I got some ideas here. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh, fuck. God damn it. No, it's game. I was looking at playing e6 or e5 eventually. Oh, he didn't see it. No way. Just goes to show you we should be taking his time. I can also start walking the king over, but at the moment I'm looking at trying to attack his king, try to open things up. Just because he has his pawns pushed a bit more than mine, and some of them could be weak. Do we want to go in an endgame with pawn down? No, I want to keep the queens on the board. We're just going to have to go for something aggressive. Where's he going? I don't have this check though. This is probably just straight up losing. I might be able to get a perpetual here somewhere. Let's just think. Can't go here. Check. Can pick up that pawn if I want to. Wait a second. Could this be a perpetual? Check. No, it goes here. Check. Let's just throw in another check here and see where it goes, because here we'll go back. There we go. Check. Check. You might start really calculating here to see if there is an actual perpetual check. Check. This might be a mistake, but there's no other checks. And if he takes my pawn, then I can look at starting to check him again. Good thing there's this 10-second increments. Check. He's on the light squares. Probably here. Works the pawn, because otherwise I'm... Oh, this is actually looking okay. I'm up a pawn now, and he has some weaknesses. Check. I have no weak pawns, that's the thing. This is the only weak pawn here, and it would take a perpetual check. Like, you go check here, there, but I might just give it to him because my attacks are faster. Making sure I'm not blundering. But my king's actually pretty good here. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to go for a draw now. I'm technically winning. Oh yeah, sorry.
It's fine. And if we just hang out here, that's fine too.
I'm playing a game of chess.
Do you need this light on or off? I guess I stole there's a remote for it right here.
It's fine, off.
Right there for you.
Okay, thank you.
Come outside. Why don't you go pee before we go?
Thanks, Tews. To go for a draw here, because this pawn I won't ever be able to stop with my king. If I go for, like, yeah, it doesn't work. There's no other checks that I can do. Could be a draw. Wait a sec. Wait a second, hold on. This either wins or loses. But if I'm not mistaken, that's a free queen. Oh. Can't go here, or here, or here. Yeah. That is game over. Hey, we can't complain about that. We won the end game with time pressure at that. He must have made some mistakes in the end. So we got screen here. Okay. 73% accuracy versus his 72% accuracy. I had 1 blunder, 2 misses, 5 mistakes, 8 inaccuracies. Really not the cleanest game ever, but we'll take it. And we are now 1700, so I'm sitting at 1709. I would be a little bit more excited, except that I have already hit 1700. It just feels good to be back. Alright, so this works. You can play Korokon, apparently it's the English, transposed into a Slav defense. Okay, the computer does not like Bishop f5 right away. Oh, no way. No, that's not why. What? It says... Why did it say... You permitted the opponent to win a pawn through a fork. Okay, how? What am I missing here? Okay. So, let's remember this. In this particular situation, I have to be careful if I go bishop f5 because the queen can come out, fork the d5 pawn and the e7 pawn. Either way. So, correct move here. I will add this into my. I'm gonna go and add this into my Korokon analysis. Correct move here is just knight c6, sorry. I'm gonna mess up annotations like all the time because I'm just not good at it and trying to practice them, so forgive me if I mess up the annotations sometimes. Alright, so I'm just gonna add this to our pawn line if we play against an English. Here it is not bishop f5. I'm gonna go ahead and put it and write down. Needs to be fork. I'll just put that there. Okay. So here we're gonna go knight c6. It's good enough for now. I'm gonna save that. All right. So now we're good. The queen won't be able to do that fork. You can still go queen b3, and I'm assuming queen b6 is the logical follow-up here. White is technically winning a little bit, but okay. Knight f3 for some reason is a mistake. I don't know why. Okay, so the computer does want me to go bishop d6 right away. What happens? Let's take a look at this. Knight e7. Okay, so knight e7, not knight c6. That makes sense because this is a little bit more fragile. Like the fact that he can start ganging up on my knight, pinning the king, is a little bit more frustrating. Whereas right here, Let's take a look at something like this. It says we just don't really do anything about this at the moment. A6, preparing for maybe? So why though? Let's take a look at this. Okay. Computer-like line here, I feel like. Playing the b5 before taking the knight. No way. Oh yeah, I don't want to go for this tactic. Don't all want to go for that tactic. No, I would not play knight d7. That's just stupid. I play that tactic myself. When the bishop is cut off from the queen, you can just sack. Like, I'm happy when this happens to me, and white has a small advantage. So, no thank you, chess.com. I'm good. And in fact, I'm just considering other alternatives. Because bishop d6 is one move, but knight c6 is equally as good, which is what I played. I'd rather go for that, honestly. If he plays, let's see, like I was looking at queen a4. Yeah, Peter, this I agree with, a6, just because I really, with the queen over here, and, you know, this sort of fried liver type attack, whatever the king and rook fork, I'm not super keen on, because white's already getting like a pretty big attack. He didn't do that though. Let's see, once again, queen b3, I go bishop b4, and if he goes a6, I'm assuming a3, sorry, I have to snap that off. What? Okay. B6. So, right away, I will say, we'll have a6, bishop b4, if you were to play that. Queen d2, queen d7, sorry. Right away, I'm not thrilled with any of those positions, though, because white is still slightly better. Same thing. What happens here? Okay, knight g2, b7, sorry. That makes sense. We'll just keep the pressure. If he takes, that's really no big deal. We'll take back with a knight. Before check. Put a pawn. This still doesn't work. Well, I mean, he could if he wanted to, I suppose, but is that what we would do? What if knight h4? Bishop takes. His best move here is knight takes, and then what do we do here? Take the knight or move the bishop? We take the knight, he takes the bishop. Rook c8. Rook c8, a6. a6 makes a lot of sense, because still this is kind of annoying. And if he checks anything, it's no big deal. These knights are pretty happy. Okay, but we went a6 right away, which clearly isn't a terrible idea, because the computer keeps saying, you know, in many of the lines, a6 is the best move. Alright, taking works as well. I drop the bishop back. Knight f3, knight f6, best move. Interesting, but didn't we look at this? f6, he had... Like, I just don't really like the fact that my knight is now no escape squares. So we'd have to go bishop takes, queen takes, d3, g5. Okay. It's getting pretty aggressive. Bishop g3, knight takes g3. Really? And the bishop g7. Yeah, This is not a position that I find comfortable or pretty. If I can avoid it, I'd rather not go for this. So instead of f6, it says that bishop e7 is a mistake. But let's see why, because I did see this. Bishop takes first. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes. And then I think this is where I was concerned. I was mostly concerned with. I mean, see, the computer says we're still even here, more or less, and I prefer this position than like weakening my king side like that, opening up that file for his rook. This is more comfortable for me. The move order was slightly different. I did not, for the record, see this knight a4 move getting ready to hop into either b6 or c5. I think, though... Okay, I thought knight b6 was better. Because, I mean, to me that looks really annoying. I'm going to have a hard time getting that knight out of there. I suppose... Yeah, see, like... What I would go here. b4. Okay, so that hits the knight, kind of temporarily stops his rook from infiltrating. Where's the knight going? Knight a4. d4. Okay. But that's not what happened. Played knight e5. Sorry, knight c5. My move was acceptable. I see that he's now looking at hopping a knight to e5, and then he's either way he's gonna get a knight on e5. Peter likes rook a to c8 better. Okay, why is this a mistake though? Because this attack the pawn, that's hard to defend. What's the best move here? Knight e7. King takes a6. Knight f6. Knight f6. Okay. Kind of hard moves to find, like not the most obvious moves to find. Is this a viewer? Shout out if this is someone on Twitch, because I can't honestly tell if anyone's watching right now. A lot of mistakes here, but this is not the easiest position. I then blundered my knight, and thank God he didn't see it. And which is why you should take your time. The dude's got 12 minutes, and he's taken 2 seconds per move. Like, if he lost, it's kind of his own fault. I hate to say it, but he could have won that. Just goes to show, and this is like speaking for myself as well, just goes to show being impatient, lazy are two of the like worst enemies for your chess progression, you know. We almost got a draw here. The computer just wants... What if he goes back to f2? Okay, queen c2 check, and I was looking at queen g3. Okay, queen takes c5. Queen takes queen e3. Okay. This is kind of sketchy though with those pawns rolling down. Yeah, that looks like a good move. But yeah, because if I let's see, check. Do I have a perpetual here? Queen f5 check. H2. Queen g5. Yeah. But anyways, he ended up going d2. Then what? King b1 check. Oh, is this just a perpetual? What if he goes king g2, king c2 check, g3, king d1. So basically, because I can always like prepare a check. What if he goes? It just loses. Well, duh, what am I talking about? Yeah, I guess I am kind of cutting off his queen from him. Can't get to any of these squares. Sort of dominating the light squares here. And he can get his pawn going, but it gives me time to keep checking the king. Anyways, this is what was played. That was apparently a mistake. So the only blunder he made was here. Like, everything else, you know, was okay, it was decent. He made some pretty good moves. I made some pretty good moves. This was the only blunder, but I don't really see why, because queen c2, it drops that pawn, and then what does he do? Queen check. Oh, he has a perpetual. Is that what they're supposed to go to? Go for? H2, yeah. So he has a perpetual. That's the best that he can go for here. Otherwise... Oh, okay, yeah. I missed that I already had a move that won his queen. Saw it way afterwards. Whoopsies. But hey, I was in time trouble. Alright, well, we're gonna call it for today. That was pretty good. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you like this content. Also check out my Twitch and Kick accounts where I'll be streaming regularly. I will be starting a new series where I'll be doing Blitz games with viewers, so you can feel free to challenge me at a game of Blitz. We'll analyze the game afterwards. And yeah, I'll see you for the next video. Thanks.